I got a message from one of my clients who asked this. I would like to ask you when we use after verb ing and when infinitive. Should we learn it by heart or if there are any rules? And here is my answer to this question, because it's actually one of those tricky moments in English, because some words are followed by a gerund, ing form, and some verbs are followed by an infinitive, to plus verb. The short answer is there is no universal rule. There is no easy solution. For example, if I learn this, then I will definitely know which form to use after each verb. One thing you can do is you can look up verb patterns on the internet, and sometimes you can find these tables of verb patterns. For example, these verbs are followed by an infinitive. These verbs are followed by gerunds, and you can memorize them. But I wouldn't recommend this solution. Why? First of all, because it's pretty difficult to memorize long lists, and at the same time you won't remember them for very long because there is no context, there is no emotion behind that. You just see a table, you memorize it today, you remember it tomorrow, but in a week or in 3 weeks you will maybe remember 3 or 4 words, and that's all. So I wouldn't say that this solution is the best solution. So what can you do to use the verb patterns correctly instead of using tables? So the first thing you do is pay more attention to the sentences you are reading, especially if there are several verbs in the same sentence. Pay attention how they are connected, even if the verbs are familiar. You all know the word like, the word enjoy, so do remember which pattern is used after like. After like, we can use both an infinitive and a gerund, but after enjoy, we can only use one type of verbs. It's a gerund. We can't say enjoy to do something. It's impossible. It's wrong. So pay attention to these kind of familiar sentences, familiar patterns. The second solution is when you are not sure about a verb, you just have to look it up in the dictionary to make sure. That's what I do. I'm not always sure how to use some words, so I look them up in an online English dictionary. Usually it's my favorite is Longman. So let's have a look at these verbs in the dictionary. I'm going to show you my screen. So let's have a look at 2 verbs, decide and suggest. In Russian, the verb patterns sound the same. Решить что-то сделать, предложить что-то сделать. Let's see if in English it's the same. The word decide, in Longman Dictionary, the collocations and verb patterns are given in bold. It's like, you see here, like they are blacker and stronger. So, and we can instantly see that the word decide is used with an infinitive. Decide to do something. Just like in Russia, решить что-то сделать. Infinitive. Let's listen to it.
Tina's decided to go to Rome for her holidays.
Okay. Now, let's have a look at the word suggest. In English, we see some verb patterns, suggest that, suggest something to somebody, and suggest doing something. This is the pattern that we are looking for. Doing, it's a gerund here, so we don't have any suggest to do. It's impossible. It would be wrong to say suggest to do something. Suggest doing something is the correct way to say it. Let's listen to it.
Tracy suggested meeting for a drink after work.
And in Russian, if we translate this sentence, it would be Tracy предложила встретиться, чтобы выпить после работы. In Russian, we have встретиться. It sounds like an infinitive, but in English, it's a gerund. Always be aware, and if you hesitate a little bit, if you're not sure, it's always better to check the word in the dictionary.